One moment, a flash, a silence so heavy you feel it in your bones. This is Nolan's Trinity test, an Oscar-winning scene forged not in CGI, but in real fire. Here's the shot that sealed Oppenheimer's 7 Oscar sweep. 1. Crafting reality, practical over CGI. Christopher Nolan insisted on analog effects, believing CG lacks the visceral menace of a real explosion. Visual effects leader Andrew Jackson and special effects expert Scott Fisher used large-scale big miniatures, built large enough to appear massive through forced perspective. The recipe for impact? Gasoline, propane, magnesium, aluminum powder, black powder flares, devised to mimic both the scale and the terrifying brightness of the original blast. Intimate filming with IMAX cameras in the New Mexico desert in brutally harsh conditions only adds to the scene's authenticity.
To film the world of quantum physics, their whole unit was one big science project.
We did a lot of experimentation. We came up with some very interesting
Cinematographer Hoyte van Hoytema and Nolan tested science experiment setups, balloons, aquariums, molten thermite to create organic, quantum-like visuals. They used innovative IMAX lenses, some custom-built, to capture close-ups and extreme detail, even in chaotic explosions. Nolan envisioned the sequence as a collage, not a single shot. The shifting perspectives and scaling subtly echo Oppenheimer's evolving sense of dread. Soundtrack and silence, an audio journey.
Performance of the violin. Within seconds, you can go from something beautiful to something completely horrifying.
Ludwig Göransson crafted an immersive score that evolves from ticking percussion to gut-wrenching resonance. He layered ticking clock motifs, foot stomps, Geiger static, and Colegno, bow hits on cello strings, to mimic Oppenheimer's internal anxiety. Sustained silence after the flash, letting the image and sound tape linger in your mind, heightening emotional impact. Emotional and philosophical impact. This explosion isn't spectacle, it's moral reckoning. The breath before the blast carries decades of scientific hope and horror. Reddit reactions show the audience felt it too. The whole cinema was frozen in their seats, completely silent. Then finally the sound arrived, and everyone's anxiousness was relieved. Some viewers critiqued the scale. It wasn't as big as the real Trinity. CGI could have helped, but then it wouldn't feel real. Nolan chose truth over spectacle. The result begged viewers to empathize, not gape. Why this earned Oscars across the board. The scene integrates cinematography, editing, sound design, visual effects, score. That's 5 technical Oscars right there, plus Best Picture and Director. Critics lauded its balance of beauty and dread and praised Nolan's decision to evoke threat, awe, and horrible beauty in equal measure. Nolan didn't just show us an explosion, he made us feel it. Through practical effects, pioneering camera work, haunting sound, and absolute silence, Trinity became an emotional crucible. What jaw-dropping moment, crafted without CGI, has hit you hardest? Drop your pics in the comments, then subscribe for more scene dissection.